I may have overdone it. We might crash our game. Oh, just bright light. Just super bright light. But if you look down here, it looks kind of interesting. Oh, hoy everyone, my name is Cirque, and welcome back to another episode here on Satisfactory. Today is a pretty exciting day. Today it's research day. We're going to be heading into the MAM building over here and taking care of a bunch of these research trees. We're going to be doing our own research. We're going to find out what the fix-it overlords don't want to tell us. And the reason I'm excited is because there's so many cool things that we can unlock in this through this research trees. So many fun and very useful things, and I've been kind of putting it off for the video's sake. I didn't want to, be hopping in and out of the MAM during other videos and sort of distracting from our other projects. So I waited to kind of do it all at once, and so yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. And by the end of today, we'll be able to have most of this research done, most of these trees completed. There will just be a couple of them that are locked behind oil and plastic. So let's jump right in with the alien organisms research tree. We'll grab our alien parts and start off the research. Start off with the alien carapace and then the alien organs. Then we've got a couple of biomass recipes we can unlock. We'll be able to make biomass out of the alien parts. We'll have another option, a couple more options besides the wood and leaves that we can make it out of now. And then we've got a bunch of things we can research, and a lot of helpful stuff, a lot of useful stuff here. Today we're going to be getting a bunch of hand equipment slots like this one here. Let's start that research, as well as inventory slots. Right now I've got 36 inventory slots, and we just keep making more parts, and I want to keep them all on my person for building stuff. And so my inventory has been getting very full very easily. I'm very excited to expand our inventory. We've also got the medicinal inhaler. There's a few recipes for this that we'll be unlocking, and basically it's just a better way to heal ourselves rather than scarfing down pale berries or the barrel nuts. Usually I keep my health pretty low at 3 points because you can regen your health up to 3, but then it stops. And I just don't bother to heal myself because it's kind of inefficient. But we'll be able to get a more efficient way to heal ourselves there. And then we've got the rebar gun, which is a ranged weapon. I'm so excited. I love this thing. It's so much fun to go around and shoot things. And then we've got some object scanner improvements here. It's really studying away at that alien carapace. And there is the research complete. We now have an extra hand slot, which will be nice. And we can move on to the next research, start that up. Sadly, a lot of these take 5 minutes, which means a lot of waiting around here. But luckily, through the power of editing, I can make it happen just like that. And then we can move on to the next research, the rebar ammo. And we've got 6 more inventory slots. Fantastic. Now for this medicinal inhaler research, we need some of this mycelia. I have not collected any yet, but I think there's a nearby cave over here, and this is a perfect chance to try out the new rebar gun. Let's reload that baby. Oh, I'm so excited to play around with this again. Alright, let's hop down here, see if we can find ourselves some mushrooms. And, oh, there's a spider protecting the mushrooms. There we go. Oh, it's so nice. One shot, one kill. And we've got ourselves some mycelia. Ooh, another one. I missed. No. Oh, no. They move so fast. There we go. And apparently Ada really wants me to grab this weird S thing, but I don't know. Looks kind of sketchy. I don't quite trust it. And we've got our first medicinal inhaler unlocked. Now that's as far as we can go in this tree right now because I don't have the recipe for these crystal oscillators yet. So we'll have to move on to the next tree, which is mycelia. Now that we've picked some of that up, we can do this research and unlock another biomass recipe. And then we've got 2 branches. Let's do this medical properties. I'm assuming this will unlock another medicinal inhaler recipe. And yep, there it is. And on the right here, we've got research for fabric. We're gonna need some biomass for that. Let's go craft that up with our new recipes. I think the new ones we got are a lot more efficient. Yeah, look at that. We can get 200 biomass from one alien organ, 100 biomass from a carapace. Let's craft some of that up real quick. I've got the fabric unlocked now, and I already crafted some up so that we can unlock the next research here, the parachute. So there we go, we've got a way to survive high falls. That's pretty exciting, and we've got a completed research tree. So we can move on to the next one, which is these nutrients. I got the barrel nut, pale berry, and bacon agaric all researched, which then we can open up this one, nutritional mixture. That's a pretty expensive one with a bunch of steel parts. And then we have our final medicinal inhaler recipe that we can unlock right here. And that's another completed research tree. We can head on over to our equipment workshop and check out these new healing items. So we've got the medicinal inhaler, which takes bacon agaric, pale berries, and barrel nuts. The nutritional inhaler, which it exchanges some of the barrel nuts and pale berries for mycelia. And then alien organs, which is organs and mycelia. I'm not sure which one's necessarily the best. I know bacon agaric is a non-renewable resource and can be harder to find the longer you play in the world. Although I don't think mycelia is renewable either, though I do feel like it's easier to find, so maybe this is the best one. Let's craft some of that recipe up. And now we can finally heal ourselves up. Let's get that equipped. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, there we go. Full health. So nice and easy, so cheap. Maybe I'll actually stay healthy now. But let's get back to that research here. So we just finished the nutrients tree. We've got mycelia done. We actually did power slugs in a previous episode so that we could start overclocking machines. And we're at a standstill with the alien organisms. But we can actually unlock the recipe we need here if we go into quartz. There's our crystal oscillator. Let's do that research real quick. And we can also unlock this silica recipe. And now we can craft some of these crystal oscillators. Get that research unlocked as well as this tree. I've moved our research out here to our little quartz factory since we're going to be needing a bunch of that. And I've got our crystal oscillators crafted up. So now we can start this research here and then finish off the alien organisms research with this hostile organism detection. So that will just allow us to find aliens with the object scanner. We'll be able to search for them. Then we can head back over to the quartz research and do the signal technologies. So now we can research the Explorer. Oh, this thing is so much fun to drive, and it's going to make traveling around so much easier. And we can get ourselves the map finally. We'll be able to actually see where we are in the world. And the map has been unlocked finally. Finally, we filled out all of our shortcuts down. The map has been unlocked. Yes, Ada, that's what I said. The map has been unlocked. We filled out all of our shortcuts down here. We've got all of those opened up. So if we press M, we can open up the map and see everywhere that we've explored. Let's hide that menu. Look at that big area. We can see where we are on here and anywhere where we place the beacons. So we've got the quartz cliff over here. That's where we're at. We've got our hub sitting down over there, the space elevator. Our Fixmas factory is up here to the northeast in the Mesa area, and our little factory cart sitting there. And our coal plant sitting by this big lake over here. And then we can change what we see on here. Like, we don't really need to see the vehicles, I don't think. And we can turn off some of the beacons or change how far away we can see them. Like Fixmas Factory will probably turn off. We don't really need to see that on the compass. There we go. We kind of declutter our HUD a little bit. And we should have some new research opened up here in the quartz tree. We've got radar technology, which is going to take 100 crystal oscillators and 50 of the heavy modular frames, neither of which I can automate the crafting of because I don't have the manufacturer unlocked. So I'm going to have to craft all of those by hand. And then we've got this one, which requires 50 of the crystal oscillators. Alright, well, I'm gonna get busy crafting then. Well, I've got enough of the crystal oscillators to start this 5-minute research, so we can get that going while I finish crafting everything else. And we need to go back to our other factory, so let's try out the new Explorer here. We should also be able to load this up with some resources, empty out our inventory a bit so we can grab some more stuff. I'm gonna need a bunch of these steel pipes and encased industrial beams to make the heavy modular frames. And we have to fuel this thing up. There we go, let's hop in. And, oh, let's go for a joyride. Oh no, I'm destroying all the bushes though. Oh, those poor leaves. Oh, this is nice. This is exciting. This makes it much easier to get back and forth. So much quicker, and we got the extra inventory space. This thing also has a craft bench attached, which is nice, although it doesn't seem you can use items in the vehicle's inventory when you're crafting, which is a little weird. Like, it says I don't have screws, but I've got screws here. I have to actually move it into my inventory before I can start crafting. Alright, the radio signal scanning research is done, so now we can scan for those crash sites around the world and find them. And I've got everything crafted, so let's finish off the quartz research tree with the radar technology. We can now craft radar towers and be able to scan and open up a lot of the map. And then we can move on to the next research tree. Let's do Katerium next. I picked up some of that so we can start this research tree. And now that we can scan for the Katerium, let's go find a Katerium ore node. There we go. And there's a couple right there, just 500 meters away. Oh, and now that we've got the map unlocked, we can open that up and actually see where the nodes are in the world instead of just being given a direction. So we've got a couple of nodes right up here, kind of by the waterfall. There's one across the river there. One just pinged. I think we got to refresh the map. Way off to the west there. So let's head over to these two here. So those nodes are right up this way. That must be one of them with the rock on top. And the other one is right down there. Ooh, looks like that one's being guarded. But luckily we've got a nice ranged weapon now. Although I don't think that hit. I think I missed. Oh, they're coming after me. There we go. And one more for you. There we go. Very nice. I've got some more of this Katerium, so now we can get our MAM placed down and do the next research, which will give us the Katerium ingots. Well, I got a miner set up here on the Katerium node and some smelters smelting the Katerium ingots. So now we can take these and throw them into the MAM for some more research. We can unlock the quick wire recipe here. And then we can get some more inventory slots. Fantastic. And now I've got some constructors set up to craft the Katerium ingots into quick wire, which we've got coming out over here, getting stored up in this container. So we've got a bunch of that already. Can craft that really quick. Our pocket dimension is done. We've got more inventory space. And now we can unlock some more fun stuff. Katerium electronics here. And the Zipline. Ooh, this is something I actually haven't played with yet. The Zipline is something that's been added to the game since I last played. So I'm excited to check that out and see how that works. But now we've got quite a bit of research opening up here. Let's unlock the AI limiter real quick. And then we've got some really useful things here. Blade runners, smart splitters, Mark II power poles, and power switches. So let's go through here and unlock all of these. And I set up an assembler over here to craft our AI limiters. I just have a belt bringing the quick wire up this ramp here, and then I brought over a storage container full of copper sheets so we can get those AI limiters crafted up. And those are getting stored up over here. So we can grab those and continue on with the research. We just have this power switch left. And the power switch is research. So we've got quite a few cool new things to check out. The power switch is something that's also been added since I last played. So I haven't checked this out before. I'm assuming it works as advertised. It acts as a power switch. So if we grab some power and hook it to this thing and hook this up to our little factory here, then we can control whether it's on or off. Yeah, it separates the grid into two different things. That's kind of neat. I like how you actually get two different graphs. And basically you could have like a little power control area where you have power going off to different factories. You can choose whether certain things are on or off. I suppose that's useful if you're not quite producing enough power to get everything running. You can kind of have certain things run at certain times. We also unlocked these Mark II power poles, which give you 7 power line connections instead of the 4 of the Mark I. So I could upgrade one of these and we could just get rid of this. And I could connect this to a whole bunch of machines here. So we've got 2 more connections. That's enough for everything, right? Let's get rid of this power pole. And do that and that. So now we just replaced like 3 power poles with 1, which is pretty nice. I don't know if I do this super often just because it looks a little weird to have everything kind of going back to 1 pole. But still, you know, it might make it more neat in certain situations. And then we can head into the equipment workshop here. And we have the new Zipline, which looks like I'm missing a Xeno Zapper. Let's craft one of those quick. And then I can craft a Zipline. I really want to see how this works, how well it works. I don't think I've even seen anyone use them yet. And then we have the Blade Runners, which are just so much fun to use. So let's throw on our new Blade Runners, which will allow us to run super fast and jump a lot higher. Not quite high enough to get up on top of that. But if I start back a little bit farther, there we go. Flying up in the air. Oh, it's going to be so much easier to get around factories now. Being able to jump higher and just run from place to place. And then we have, of course, the zip line. Let's throw that in our hand slot here and try it out. So if I do that, oh, there we go. Yeah, so you can just zip line on power cables. There we go. I don't know how like fast this is going from place to place. Also, can we go uphill? Oh, we can. It is powered. That was one thing I was kind of curious about. If it was like a normal zip line where you can only go one way. What was that? That was weird. I think it was getting confused, not really knowing what I was trying to connect to. That's kind of neat. It might be a fun way of traveling around the world or traveling around the factories. Let's ride these power cables back to the steel factory, and we can check out another thing that we unlocked. Oh, I'll have to make sure now that I keep these cables clear and I don't clip through anything so I can actually ride them from place to place. So the other item we just unlocked is the Smart Splitter here. This thing is going to help us keep our factories running, and it's going to get us more coupons. So right now we've got a few backed up belts here. Our storage is all full, which means our machines are shutting down. They're not producing anymore, and we want to keep them running. So we can use the Smart Splitter on these full belts. Well, we can put them on all the belts. And in this thing, we can actually set the outputs to overflow, which means if the main belt is full, then it's gonna send it into the overflow side. Let's grab an awesome sink, and I can set this down over here. Let's grab some power and hook that up, and then we can hook up a belt into it. So now it's going to start sending these motors into the awesome sink. We can start getting points from those and coupons. But the nice thing about this is that if we go over to our storage here and we take out some motors, this belt starts moving again. There's room on this belt. Then it's going to stop sending items down this belt into the awesome sink. So it's going to prioritize our storage, which means we'll always have items when we need them. But as soon as our storage is filled up, it's going to start sending those items back over to the awesome sink, and we can get some points. We can use all of our items, use our factories to get those points and those coupons. You can also use these smart splitters to sort items. If you're ever running a mixed belt with different items on it, you can actually pull individual items off by telling this thing to only let certain items through. I don't know how often I'll use that. I don't usually run a mixed belt, but maybe that'll come in handy when we get into like trains. If we have a mixed car, a train that's filled with different items, we can use this to sort the items onto different belts or into different storages, which will be nice. Back in the MAM here, we've actually gotten as far as we can on the Katerium research tree. The next item here, the high-speed connector, requires plastic, which we have not gotten into yet. We're not quite that far into the game. So we're going to have to move on to the next and final research tree. We've got sulfur here. So let's start that research so we can then scan for sulfur and we can go start making some of this black powder. We've got a few options for sulfur nodes. We've got this one over here, which would be nice to use. It's by our steel factory and our Katerium, although we need coal to make the black powder. And we're already using the coal node that's right there, which would be the closest one to make our steel. So maybe we'll head over to this one. There's a bunch of coal in this area. We're actually pulling some of it over to our coal plant right now in order to feed some of that. So let's head over there and check out that sulfur node. Oh, hey there, dude. How are you doing today? Would you like some rebar in your gut? Ouch. Quit hiding back there. I think I still see you. Ooh. Ow. There we go. Haha. Man, it's so much easier with the rebar gun. Oh, we got another one up here. Let's see if we can do this without getting hit at all. Oh. Oh, it was close. Close. And... ooh. Man. Getting real hairy here. Where are you? Quit hiding behind the bushes. I missed. Uh-oh. There we go. You're dead? Ha, you're dead. Fantastic. All right. Well, I think I see where our sulfur node is, and it's a little bit of a problem. Whoops, that's not sulfur. There we go. It's right there in the middle of this poison gas cloud. That hurts. Ouch. It hurts a lot when I go into it. I do have one idea. If we can build from back here and grab a Mark II miner. Oh, we can. Okay. So I can do that and grab a belt here. Can I connect to there? Grab a belt and pull the items out to here. Conveyor belt is too long. Okay, we'll just build it to there. Build it out to here. And yeah, I can hook that thing up to power and build some machines. There we go. I've got the sulfur miner all set up, all powered. I've got the belts bringing the sulfur down the cliff and into our little valley here, where I've got a coal miner for us. The other coal miner, that's the one that's sending coal all the way over there to our coal plant. So that was here before. But let's hop down, and we're going to have to grab some of this sulfur here. I think I need like 50 of it. We'll just stand on the end here. And then we'll have to grab some coal from our miner over here. Then we can hop into the MAM and continue our research. Sulfur, black powder. And we're crafting up the black powder here. We've got a bunch of assemblers working away. I think we're getting 120 sulfur per minute out of that miner up there. I can't get close enough to check, but this is a Mark III belt, and it looks to be about half full. So if we've got 120, then that's enough to feed 8 assemblers, which is what I've got set up here. And it's getting combined with the coal from that miner, and all just ending up in the storage crate over here. So we've got a decent amount already. Let's head into the MAM, and we can do the next research node and get these 4 unlocked. And now we've opened up the Nautilus, the Nautilus detonator, the rifle, and the rifle cartridges. We actually won't be able to do these two yet because, again, they require circuit boards, which requires plastic or oil or something. We're not quite there yet, so we won't be able to do this half of the tree, but we can get these explosives unlocked. So let's research the Nautilus real quick. That's a 3-second research. And then right after we can do the Nautilus detonator, which will take 3 minutes. And while I was waiting, I set up an assembler here to automate the Nautilus for us. So we'll get some of those crafted. They're so tiny. They're really hard to see on the belt. But I just hooked up a belt to this side of our black powder storage container. And then I added another storage container and filled it with steel pipes, just manually filled it. So yeah, those are getting combined. And I think our research is done now. So we can head back in here. Nautilus detonator unlocked. And then we've got another tool belt slot and more inventory we can unlock. So let's start one of those researches. And we can head into the equipment workshop and make ourselves a detonator. Where is that? Okay, it looks like we need 5 object scanners for that, and the object scanners need 3 beacons each. And we now have a Nautilus detonator, which means we can go play around with explosives. Let's grab all of these Nautilus in here, and let's put this in our new hand slot there. We gotta go find something to explode, and I think there's some rocks right over here on the other side of this belt. Yeah, right here. Alright, let's get out. We've got our Nautilus. Let's reload it. And I think you have to hold to like really throw it far. And then right click. Boom. Did that not blow up everything? Huh. That didn't quite get everything. Well, let's reload and get the rest of these rocks here. Throw one there. Reload again. Throw one there. And boom. There we go. There's still some rocks, but now we can come and get this this blue power slug that was hidden behind here. We can clear off these ore nodes now too that have the giant rocks on them. And just, whoops, I don't have anything out there to blow up. There we go. So now we've got this iron node opened up, another one over by our main base. And we can come over here and clear off this Katerium node that we found earlier. Now, ow, I ran myself over. It's okay, I'm fine. Now we have these other Nautilus alternatives that we got from the Fixmas event. We got these snowballs, and I think it said G to swap. Yeah, we can switch our Nautilus ammunition, and now we have explodey snowballs, I guess. Yep, we have explodey snowballs. Okay, I don't think it's quite as satisfying as the actual explosion. Like the sound isn't quite as nice, but I do like the puff, just puff and gone. And we got snow debris everywhere. There's some rocks over here by our steel factory as well, so let's get those cleared out. Although, wait, is there something underneath there? Oh, what are you doing down there, slug? We better get you out of there so you don't get exploded. Gotta get you out of the blast zone. There we go. Now you won't get hurt. Alright, let's throw another snowball on there, and poof. It is kind of funny, just explodey snowball. Although we do have a limited supply, so I don't know how much I want to be using those. Might want to save those for something special. Let's just clear out the rest of these rocks with some regular Nautilus. And boom! There we go. Oh, that is nice. There's a good oomph to it. And there's some more rocks over here on this side of the factory too. Oh, and there's... What are you slugs doing there, just hiding under the rocks? I don't want to accidentally explode you. Let's get you out of there. There we go. Make it nice and safe. Clear the area. Let's get one more on there, because these don't seem to have a huge range. And boom. Oh, lovely. Yeah, see, it didn't even destroy that rock. Let's get that cleared up. And there we go. I've got one more thing we can play around with the Nobelisk. We've got one more alternative ammunition type, and I think I left them up here at the Fixmas factory. Man, it's like a ghost town up here. Everything's shut down and backed up because the holiday gift trees don't produce gifts during the off season. Apparently, technically, all these machines will still work. Like if I took these bundles out, ornament bundles out, it'll start crafting away and producing ornament bundles. But I think we're out of candy canes for the giant Fixmas stars, so everything else is just backed up here. What we're looking for here is right in this container. We've got fireworks. We've got 3 different kinds: the fancy fireworks, sparkly fireworks, and sweet fireworks. So let's play around with those. Let's get our Nobelisk out, and oh, it looks like I've got a bomb on me, a Nobelisk. Let's just throw that out there, and boom, there we go. All right, and then we can switch to our fireworks. Let's try the sparkly first. We'll reload. And do these work the same? Do you just throw them and then they land? Okay. And whew. Okay, wow. That goes really high up, almost a little too high up. But that's pretty cool. Let's grab a different kind. Which kind was that? That was the sparkly. Let's try the sweet. Reload, throw it out there, and boom. What does the sweet do? Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a trailing one, I guess. That one almost sparkles more. And then we've got the fancy. Reload this one, throw it out there, and vroom. How fancy is it? Oh, we got the double explosions. Nice. Okay. I kind of want to test. Does it go up a certain height based on where it starts? So if we reload and we throw it off the edge here and let it land down there. That one actually didn't get very low. It landed up there. So let's try another one and try and get it at the bottom of the canyon here. There we go. It landed all the way down there. Let's fire them off. And no, they still go off at like the same height. Okay. Well, I've waited till nighttime here, hoping it will give us a better view of the fireworks, and I've thrown a bunch of them on the side of the cliff over there. So if I right click, we should get a very nice show here. And oh, there they all take off. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's really, oh, there we go. Yes. Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was nice. It would be really good with even more fireworks. Well, I went ahead and set up a few assemblers over here to craft us all of these fireworks. We've got the sparkly being made in there, the fancy in there, and the sweet fireworks. Although it looks like this one is out of tree branches. I'm just manually feeding them. And I also gathered up all of the Fixmas items that I had and made a little storage room here. These 4 containers here are what we need to make the all the fireworks. So they all take the tree branches here, and then you have to have either the bows, the actual snow here, or the candy canes. So even though our Fixmas items are pretty limited, we still have quite a bit left over that we can craft all these out of. Let's throw the tree branches in there, keep those crafting. But I think we'll wait till it's dark, and I'll try and set up a nice big display to end the episode off with. But before we do that, let's head back into the MAM, because we should be done with our research for today. There we are. We've got our last inflated pocket dimension. So I think we've added a total of 18 inventory slots to our inventory, which is fantastic. That is a lot of nice room. And that means that we are as far as we can go today. We've got alien organisms done. Katerium, we need plastic in order to continue there. Mycelia is done. Nutrients are done. Power slugs are done. Quartz is done. And sulfur, we need the circuit boards and rubber for the rifle. So we'll have to return to the MAM here at some point in the future to finish all of that off. But for now, I'm pretty excited for all of the things we unlocked. We got a lot of cool and useful things, and I'm excited to use them and implement them in our world here. Okay, this is this is a lot of fireworks here. I may have overdone it. We might crash our game. I just spent a while getting all of these placed down. I placed them down in a certain order. In a certain pattern, actually several patterns. So hopefully that shows when we set them off. I'm hoping to create a nice show for us. But yeah, I guess it all depends on how the fireworks work in this game. If it's actually going to kind of distinguish between the different patterns, or if it's just going to look like one big explosion. I really hope it works, because that was a lot of work I put in. It'll be nice if we do get something out of it. It's nighttime again, so I guess it's time to try this out. Hopefully, we get something good here. Oh, and 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a show there. Yeah. Nice. Okay, yeah, it's working, I think. Oh, nah. You're still getting a very big explosion just up top there. Oh, now we got a nice big long chain. I think the actual like trails of the rocket looks better than what's going on up there. Up there is just, oh, just bright light. Just super bright light. But if you look down here, it looks kind of interesting as they go shooting off. Oh, just massive sparkles everywhere. Oh, and then just all over the place. Wow. Okay, yeah, the sky is just filled with glitter. And there you go. There you have it. Wow. Not as good as I had hoped it would be. I think they just go off so quickly, one after the other, that, you know, the big explosions just blend together. But seeing those trails fire off was pretty nice, pretty exciting. I was hoping that I could reload a save before I set off the fireworks so that we could watch it again, but it doesn't quite work. They're a little buggy when you load a save with a bunch of fireworks on the ground. They don't really save their order, and they all just go off on their own, and there they all explode at the same time. It's just bright. It's just white. And then beautiful colors afterwards. That was nice. Nice colorful trail. Exciting. So I guess we can always go back and watch that. That was fun. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed another episode here on Satisfactory. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. I mean, leave a like for that beautiful fireworks show, right? That deserves it. But yeah, we'll see you all next time. Goodbye, folks.